Asha Cole only booked the medical scan because the reminder would not stop blinking on her wrist console. It pulsed softly every 10 seconds, polite but stubborn. Ignore medical alerts across 3 star systems, and the penalty was not just a fine. It went on your record. Asha hated records. They followed you longer than people did. The interstellar medical annex floated above the city like a quiet warning. White curves. Blue lights. Everything clean enough to hide secrets. She told herself it was routine. Everyone did. Inside, the air smelled faintly sterile, mixed with recycled oxygen and something floral meant to calm nervous species. Asha checked in at the front desk, speaking to a cylindrical receptionist unit that hummed thoughtfully as it scanned her identity. Routine scan, Asha said. Confirmed, the unit replied. Please proceed. Panic is discouraged. Good, Asha muttered. I left mine at home. The exam room was circular, softly lit. The ceiling displayed rotating stars, slow and artificial. Asha lay back on the examination platform, hands folded on her chest, boots dangling slightly off the edge. Moments later, the door slid open. Dr. Zena entered without sound. She looked almost human at first glance. Tall, calm, smooth brown skin. Then Asha noticed the long ears, elegant and angled slightly back. Alien. Not pretending otherwise. Zena noticed the look and smiled patiently. She had seen it 1,000 times. The scan will take a few minutes, Zena said. Please do not move, panic, or attempt humor. I can promise 2 of those, Asha replied. Zena's mouth twitched, but she said nothing. The platform activated. Soft bands of light passed over Asha's body, warm and tingling, like static that didn't hurt. Asha stared at the ceiling stars, wondering if they were real or just decoration. Medical places loved fake beauty. Zena studied the console beside her. Calm. Focused. Almost bored. That was reassuring, until the console made a sound Asha had never heard before. Not an alarm. A pause. A deliberate silence. Then a low chime followed, deep and slow, like something waking up. Asha lifted her head slightly. That normal? Yes, Zena said quickly. Too quickly. Entirely normal. The console disagreed. Symbols flooded the screen. Dense. Old. Not part of any modern system. Zena frowned. She tapped the interface once. Then again. The symbols stayed. Asha lay back slowly. I'm guessing that's not part of the brochure. Zena didn't respond. Her long ears angled back, stiff. A posture Asha would later learn meant focused alarm. Zena reran the scan manually, bypassing automated systems no one had used in centuries. The room grew quieter. Too quiet. Doctor. Asha said. Should I start worrying now, or later? Zena swallowed. Your genetic profile is unusual. Asha smiled faintly. That tracks. My grandmother used to say our family never did things the easy way. This is different, Zena said. She turned the screen so Asha could see. A glowing helix rotated in the air, layered with markers that pulsed softly, almost alive. These sequences, Zena said carefully, are not found in humans. Asha waited. They are not found in anyone. The smile faded from Asha's face. Okay. But in my defense, I didn't put them there. Zena looked at her then, really looked. For the first time, her professional calm cracked. These markers belong to a bloodline older than recorded interstellar history, Zena said. They were believed to be symbolic. A myth. Let me guess, Asha said quietly. I'm not symbolic. Zena reached out and disabled the room's external data link. Warning glyphs flashed. Then vanished. Asha sat up slightly. Why did you just lock us off the network? Because, Zena said, voice low, if anyone else sees this scan, history becomes very complicated. Asha let out a slow breath. I came in for a routine checkup. Zena almost laughed. Almost. Instead, she magnified a section of the helix. One sequence pulsed brighter, reacting to the room's systems, to Zena herself. It's responding, Zena whispered. Like it recognizes us. Asher stared. That's unsettling. Your genome carries a royal signature, Zena said. Silence. Asher leaned back and stared at the ceiling stars again. So, she said finally, do I get a throne, or is this more of a ceremonial burden situation? Zena exhaled slowly. You are not royalty in the way stories imagine. Good, Asher muttered. Crowns clash with my boots. Zena retrieved an old data slate from a hidden compartment. Its surface was worn smooth by time. There are stories, Zena said, about the great diaspora. Species separating. Forgetting their shared origins. Asher swung her legs off the platform. My family calls that not talking after holidays. Zena actually laughed this time. A soft, surprised sound. The slate activated, projecting ancient diagrams, star maps, genetic bridges. Your markers match the forgotten parts of those stories, Zena continued. You are not an anomaly. You are evidence. Asher absorbed that in silence. Evidence of what? She asked. That humans and my people did not evolve apart, Zena said. We chose to forget each other. Asher rubbed her hands together slowly. So, what happens now? There is a chamber, Zena said. Pre-diaspora. It responds only to custodial genomes. Asher raised an eyebrow. Custodial. Caretakers, Zena said. Not rulers. Not conquerors. Rememberers. They walked through a private corridor etched with symbols Asher did not recognize, but felt. At the corridor's end stood the chamber. It looked alive. Circular. Grown, not built. Lines of faint light ran across its surface like veins. Asher hesitated. That thing judges people, she said. It judges ancestors, Zena replied. That's worse. Zena placed her hand on the surface. Nothing happened. She stepped back. Asher swallowed, then pressed her palm against it. The chamber woke. Light surged outward, wrapping the structure in glowing geometry. The hum deepened into a layered sound that vibrated in Asher's chest, like a song remembered by the bones. The surface softened beneath her hand. Warm. Familiar. The chamber opened. Inside, holograms bloomed, worlds, species, hands working together. Not domination. Cooperation. Zena stared, breath caught. It accepted you, she whispered. Asher pulled her hand back. I'm guessing that's a yes. It's more than that, Zena said. It's recording. Alerts stirred deep within the station. This is broadcasting, Zena said urgently. A final image appeared. Two figures standing together. Human and alien. Hands aligned. Beneath them, a phrase formed. Witness required. Asher looked at Zena. No pressure. Zena stepped beside her and placed her hand where the image indicated. The chamber stabilized. The alerts quieted. The light dimmed. They stood there in silence. You just rewrote several doctrines, Zena said softly. Asher shrugged. I've had busy afternoons. They left the chamber together. Outside, the station continued its routines, unaware that something ancient had just been remembered. Asher felt it then, not power, not control, but responsibility. Humanity was not small. Humanity was not alone. Humanity had been trusted to remember. And this time, it would not forget. Asher nodded. Figures. Zena studied her. You are remarkably calm. Asher shrugged. I grew up learning the universe doesn't warn you before changing your life. You just adapt. Zena considered that. That may be the most human thing you've said. Later, during the station's artificial night cycle, Asher slept briefly. She dreamed of doors opening at her touch, of voices that felt like echoes of herself. She woke to Zena standing over her. We have a problem, Zena said. Please tell me it's small. The historian has requested a private meeting. Asher sat up. Then hiding is officially over. Zena nodded. Oversight is tightening surveillance. We cannot keep moving forever. Asher rubbed her face. Okay. New plan. Zena raised an eyebrow. We don't dump the truth, Asher said. We seed questions. Let people rediscover what was buried instead of being told they're wrong. Zena considered this. Then slowly nodded. Controlled curiosity. It's the human way, Asher said. Messy, but effective. They met the historian the next cycle. Her office was nothing like Asher expected. Warm. Cluttered. Physical books stacked everywhere. An old mechanical clock ticked loudly, ignoring station time. The historian smiled brightly. Ah, Dr. Zena. And you must be the anomaly. I prefer unexpected, Asher said. The historian laughed. Oh, I like you already. She leaned forward. I specialize in inconsistencies. And you, Asher Cole, light them up beautifully. Zena spoke carefully. She told part of the truth. Not the explosive parts. Just enough. The historian listened, eyes shining. When Zena finished, the historian clapped her hands once. This is wonderful. Zena blinked. Wonderful. I've waited decades for proof the myths weren't metaphors, the historian said. Don't worry. I don't want spectacle. I want normalization. She projected networks of academic forums, minor councils, slow debates. We let scholars argue themselves into the truth, she said. No heroes. No crowns. Asher nodded. I hate crowns anyway. Oversight pressure increased after that, but it fractured. Too many questions. Too many small discoveries. The station itself began stabilizing. Old systems corrected. Forgotten protocols resurfaced. Human adaptability met alien precision again. Weeks passed. No riots. No wars. Just change. Asher stood once more on the observation deck, watching the city glow. So far, she said, the galaxy hasn't broken. Zena stood beside her. History doesn't need drama. It needs continuity. Asher smiled faintly. Guess humanity finally got trusted with maintenance. They walked on together, not as anomaly and observer, but as partners. Behind them, the galaxy began remembering, not with fear, but with care. And that, Asher knew, was the most human victory of all. The station did not react immediately. That was the first sign something was wrong. Normally, every activation caused alerts, system adjustments, and polite warnings delivered by calm synthetic voices. But after the pre-diaspora chamber closed, the station remained silent. Too silent. Asher Cole felt it before she understood it. The air around her seemed heavier, charged, like the moment before a storm breaks. Lights dimmed slightly as she and Zena walked down the corridor, then brightened again as if correcting themselves. Is it just me, Asher said, or does this place feel like it's watching? Zena nodded slowly. It recognizes you. That's not comforting. It isn't meant to be, Zena replied. Legacy systems were built to respond to caretakers. Not many remain. They turned into a maintenance passage rarely used by staff. The walls here were older, marked with symbols carved directly into the alloy instead of projected. Asher brushed her fingers along one without thinking. The symbol glowed faintly. Zena stopped walking. Please don't touch anything, she said carefully. Asher pulled her hand back. Sorry. Reflex. That wasn't reflex, Zena said. That was response. They reached a small observation alcove overlooking the city below. Towers of light stretched across the planet's surface, ships moving like fireflies between them. For a moment, everything felt peaceful. Then Asher's wrist console vibrated. Once. Twice. Then continuously. She glanced down. Unregistered biometric sync detected. That's new, Asher said. Zena's ears angled sharply backward. They've noticed. Who is they exactly? Oversight. Asher sighed. Of course it is. Zena activated a privacy field around them. Oversight does not exist to protect truth. It exists to protect stability. Same thing, usually, Asher said. Only when the truth is convenient. The privacy field flickered. Zena frowned. It's resisting. Asha crossed her arms. I'm starting to feel like a walking software update. Xena hesitated, then nodded. That's not inaccurate. They moved quickly after that. Xena led Asha through service corridors, transit nodes, and access tunnels that bent space just enough to confuse tracking systems. The station adjusted around them, doors opening a second early, platforms aligning without command. Asha noticed. So, she said between turns, I'm not controlling this place, am I? No, Xena replied. You're stabilizing it. That feels worse. They entered a secondary research wing marked inactive on public maps. Inside, the air was warmer, older. Instruments powered up as Asha crossed the threshold, reacting to her presence with quiet enthusiasm. Xena winced. Please don't activate anything ancient. I haven't touched anything, Asha said. That's the problem. Xena pulled up filtered data streams, adjusting parameters fast and precise. The chamber's activation sent a resonance through pre-diaspora infrastructure. Systems that were meant to work together are responding again. Asha leaned against a console. Let me guess. Those systems were never meant to be used by one species alone. Correct, Xena said. They were designed collaboratively. Human adaptability. Our precision. Asha smiled faintly. We do improvise well. Xena looked at her. That is putting it mildly. A soft chime echoed through the lab. Incoming request. Xena froze. Already? Asha asked. Oversight automated inquiry, Xena said. They're faster than they used to be. She accepted the channel. A neutral avatar formed, smooth and unreadable. Dr. Xena, it said. Anomalous activation detected. Please clarify. Xena did not hesitate. Routine calibration anomaly. Legacy system error. Please explain why a human biometric signature triggered the activation. Asha leaned in. Do I smile or wave? Xena ignored her. Cross-species signal bleed. Known issue with outdated interfaces. The avatar paused. Then, submit full report within 48 cycles. The channel closed. Xena exhaled slowly. That went well. Asha offered. It bought us time, Xena said. Not safety. They worked for hours. Xena buried evidence beneath layers of harmless data. Asha accidentally stabilized 3 failing subsystems just by sitting near them. At one point, a wall panel activated and projected a massive genealogical structure spanning species and centuries. Xena shut it down immediately. You are no longer allowed near walls, she said. This feels discriminatory. It is survival. As the hours passed, something shifted between them. Xena stopped flinching when Asha approached equipment. Asha stopped joking every time fear crept in. They moved with an unspoken rhythm, like 2 people solving a puzzle they hadn't known they shared. Xena finally broke the silence. There is something else you should know. Asha looked up. That sentence never ends well. Your genome isn't just restoring systems, Xena said. It's correcting historical drift. Asha frowned. Meaning? Over time, separation caused knowledge decay. Protocols became rituals. Maintenance became belief. So, Asha said slowly, the galaxy has been running on half-understood habits. Yes. And I'm, what? Tech support. Xena smiled despite herself. Yes. The lab lights flickered. Another alert chimed, softer this time. Xena checked it and stiffened. A historian. Friend or problem? Asha asked. Xena didn't answer immediately. The worst kind. Curious. They relocated again, this time to a habitation ring rarely used by permanent residents. The quarters were small, quiet, and designed to be forgettable. Xena sealed the door. She leaned against it, finally allowing herself to look tired. This was not how I imagined my week, she said. Asha sat on the narrow bed. You should see my calendar. Silence settled between them, not awkward, just heavy. Xena spoke softly. If this becomes public, there will be factions. Some will want you protected, others controlled, and some erased. Asher finished. Yes,